Hey everyone, welcome back to another SQL question. This is a very interesting one because this is um, a question that you will often see in a ton of interviews and is extremely relevant to the marketing field because we are always looking for the number of non-users or non-subscribers versus number of subscribers versus active users, and we would like to see them over time, right? How many people did we retain? How many people did we lose? And so on. So I hope you all find this question fun to solve. Um, and so, as always, I have produced the output um, on the bottom of your screen so you can see what we should expect. And if my screen looks a little different from what you all are used to looking at, I did widen my screen because one of the lines of SQL code that we will be writing will be a little lengthy. So I wanted you all to be able to see the entire code. So let's get started. Let's read the question. Return the month, number of active users per month, and the number of non-active users per month, and the percent of active users in 2005. Okay. Luckily for us, we can see the output, but in case we were not given the output, we kind of have the columns listed here as well. So let's go ahead and start with our select statement. So let's do extract month from the rental date from rental. And we can alias this as month. Okay. And I know we see 16,000 rows, but that's because we have not grouped these into its respected month, right? So these are 16,000 rentals. And you see a 555 here because each of these are a rental itself. So a lot of rentals happen in May, for example. So let's continue. We have number of active users per month. So in order to get that, we need to join customer table on customer dot customer ID, which is the primary key, equals rental dot rental, or whoops, customer ID. And for good measure, let's submit this code or execute it. Perfect. That means our join was correct. So we have the month. Now we need number of active users per month. So in order to do that, if you look at your ER diagram, you have a column that is called active. And if, for example, I guess we can kind of do a select star from customer. And we can see that the active is actually represented in two ways. There's a Boolean value that has true, and there's an active column that has a numerical column. So a categorical and a numerical column to both represent whether a customer is active or not. Now, one thing that I do want to bring to your attention is that this data is not 100% clean. And why do I say that? Well, you would think that true means active and active equals 1. But when I scroll down, there's a true here and a 0 here. So this customer is active here in this on this column, but it's being shown as represented inactive with the number 0. So in this case, you would have to ask and gain an understanding as to whether this is an anomaly or if we should go with the 0. So in this example, we will go with the active column. So 0 means inactive and 1 means active. So we can go back to our script and write case. We want to count or tally up. Count case when the active column equals 1, then 1. And as number of active users. And then we will group by the month. And that is our answer. But let's see what our number looks like with non-active users. So count, we can use this exact same piece of code. But when active equals 0, we're still going to make a 1 because we want to tally it up. And we will do number of inactive users. Perfect. Can get rid of this. So far, not so bad, right? It looks like we have a lot more users that are active than non-active. Let's order by month. Let's see. Oops, forgot to buy. Put ascending. Okay. So our number of active users did grow over time, but then they saw a small drop off in August. But let's say we wanted to figure out the next column, which is the percent, right? The percent of active users. Oh, and we also need to put in 2005. So let's go ahead and do that. Where extract rental, extract month from rental date equals 2005. And basically what this is saying is that we do not have anything in 2005. So maybe this data set extract a year. There you go. So now we need to find the percentage. And this is kind of why I made my screen a little wider than usual, because we have to add these two together to get the denominator. So we need number of active users divided by number of active users plus the number of non-active users. And then we should multiply by 100 to get the percent. And let's round our answer to 2 decimal places. So let's see if this works. And as you can see, we got a large number. So sometimes that can happen when you don't have your parentheses in the right spot. So let's take away this round. And let's put this entire denominator in parentheses. I think that will do it. Now, you're probably wondering why we got a 0. And that is because when you divide a integer by a float, you will get 0. So we have to multiply this times 1.0. And then I think we should get our answer. And there you go. So 97%. Not bad. So let's go ahead and round this. As percent active users. And then run our query. And there you go. So just a few steps, but nothing too dramatic. As always, let me know if you have any questions. And thank you so much for watching.